Petrol and diesel cars have been serving us faithfully for well over 100 years, but we all know they're not the future. But that kind of begs the question, what is? Well, what you see here is touted by many as just that. This is the Toyota Mirai, a car whose name even means the future. And along with the Hyundai iX35 fuel cell, it's one of the first 2 hydrogen-powered cars to be available in the UK. It's common knowledge that more hydrogen cars are on their way. If anything, the name's a little misleading, because although cars like this are called hydrogen cars, in fact they're hybrids. And that's because they use 2 power sources, a regular battery and the hydrogen fuel cell. And both of them drive the electric motors that ultimately drive the car. We'll spare you the full details of the inner workings of that hydrogen fuel cell, but basically when you put hydrogen in, the resulting chemical process creates a flow of electricity, and the only byproduct is water. Clever control systems decide which of those 2 power sources drive the car at any given moment. But essentially, you always start off with the battery driving the car, then once you're up and running, the fuel cell takes over, and when you want maximum acceleration, both of them work together. To extend the car's range, any excess energy that's generated by the fuel cell goes directly to charge the battery. And similarly, the car also has regenerative braking, so any kinetic energy that's lost as the car slows down is converted to extra charge in the battery. The chief benefit of a hydrogen car is its emissions, or rather the lack of them. The only byproduct of the chemical process that powers this thing is water. Yep, no CO2, just good old H2O that's so pure you could drink it. Of course, a zero emission car is nothing new, and if you just wanted to drive around in something that kicked out no CO2, you could choose from one of a whole range of electric cars. But where a hydrogen car scores over an electric car is that it has a much longer range. This Mirai, for example, can do well over 300 miles, and we've heard of careful drivers who've got more than 400 miles from a tank full on an iX35. For that sort of mileage, hydrogen works out as no more expensive than petrol or diesel. Plus, as we're going to go and see, it's much quicker to refill a hydrogen car than it is to recharge an electric car. Another potential environmental benefit is that hydrogen can be produced on-site at a filling station, unlike petrol or diesel, which need to be transported from a refinery. There's no doubt that for some people, hydrogen cars are a realistic proposition for motoring in the 21st century. However, they do have some very serious limitations, not least the high price of the cars themselves, but also the limited refuelling network. That said, with the collaboration of car makers, energy companies and government, the barriers to the adoption of a hydrogen car will gradually be overcome. The cost will come down as the technology becomes more widespread and the refuelling infrastructure will expand. So hydrogen cars may not be the immediate future for most buyers, but be in no doubt this is the future.